Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Yesterday, we heard insightful presentation from Singapore, Indonesia, and Thailand, highlighting their national quantum initiatives and ecosystem. Today, we continue the momentum with presentation from Vietnam and Malaysia, each offering a unique perspective on their quantum strategies and ecosystem development. Our first speaker this afternoon is Dr. Nguyen, the director of the Institute of Quantum Technologies at Vietnam National University. Dr. Hung completed his PhD in quantum physics at Brown University in the United States and has since worked at some of the world's leading quantum research institutions, including Aalto University in Finland and CNRS in France. He also joined Microsoft Quantum Project at the University of Copenhagen, where he continued to develop the development of topological quantum computing chips. With more than 40 publications in top-tier international journals, Dr. Hung is recognized expert in superconducting quantum devices and now leads several research initiatives in Vietnam. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Dr. Hung Nguyen.
Well, thank you very much. I'm sorry for the few minutes late. Um, okay. Okay, hi everybody. My name is Hưng, and I'm the director of the Institute for Quantum Technology. I believe that is the first kind of institute that especially focus on quantum technology in Vietnam. So before moving on, I'd like to thank you, the organizer, and especially from the people from Quantum Society of Philippines. You have done a lot of amazing job in order to put this thing together. I really appreciate that. Okay, so I think that I'm a wrong person to talk about the ecosystem because I'm more like an academic researcher. But anyway, I try to describe that. So just a little bit description of Vietnam. We are a very long country, and I think that we have more or less similar situation to all other countries in Southeast Asia, in the sense that we are not so famous for, we are not so well developed in terms of science technology. Most of the income from Vietnam recently, you might heard that the economic growth and stuff like that, but mostly they come from the FDI sector, in the sense that we do not have a lot of core technology, and so it's really difficult for us to describe to join the effort in quantum technology. But anyway, we have some hundreds of universities, about 20, 30 of them are research universities. So we really have some research lab, and we try to do some science there. We have about 20,000 academic paper per year, something like that. And we send, I don't know, a few hundreds of thousand people, students abroad per year. So there's a lot of workforce in terms of science. Many of them go to Korea, Japan. Many of them go to the US. So in the previous talk from Rosie, as you might heard of, I mean, before 2025, I would say we try. I mean, I have a lot of sympathy. Listen to Aria's talk when she said that they really need to try a lot in order to build up the quantum community. We were in the same thing. I also try to organize some communities talk like every 2 weeks, really similar to the Thailand's guide. But then, since the beginning of this year, 2025, we have, as you might heard of, we have a new leader of the party, and really he tried to reform the country. I mean, the reforms taken place in every sector. He combined ministry together. For example, science technology, the Minister of Science Technology is combined with the information, the Minister of Information. Like, there's a lot of reform inside the government sector. And also he tried to combine province together. Like in 2024, we have more than 60 provinces. And now we have about 30 provinces. So really, we reduced the number of provinces by half. And the argument is that he wants to reduce the size of the administration. So he wants to do something like he wants to improve the effectiveness of the government. And so in the light of that, he also, the government, the Vietnamese government also tried to have a resolution 457 that they try that after all of that reform, then we try to have science, technology, innovation, and digital transformation as a foundation for the coming year. So he really wants to spend a lot of money on that. So one example, typically, like previous year, 2024, the government spent 0.5% of the state expense for science. Although by law, we say that we spend 2% of the GDP, but we never managed to do that. Last year, we spent 0.5% of the state expense. And this year, there's a huge pressure throughout the government saying that we have to spend at least 3% of the state expense. So 5 times more money for science technology. And really the government doesn't know how to do that because after the huge reforms of the province, of the administration, of the combination of different ministry, nobody knows what to do. But still we have a lot of money to spend. So, so there's hope for that. So really the aim is that we aim to achieve advanced level in key field in the next 5 years. We want to reform the institution. We want to enhance the financial autonomy. And we want to increase the workforce up to 12 researchers per 10,000 people. And there are a lot of, I mean, sometimes I even think that the whole government is like a sandbox for now, right? They really want to do a lot of good things. So with that expectation, this thing is really within the last month. So they decide that, okay, there are 6 pillars for the strategic technology. There's going to be pillar in the institutional reform. There's going to be the pillar in system for scientific and technological breakthrough, human resource development, security and safety, advancement of strategic technology and digital infrastructure. And the last one is something like a Manhattan project, something like a large-scale, high-impact project. So we really want to spend some money on that. For example, my guess is that we're going to try to develop the semiconductor industry in this direction. And within this pillar, the quantum technology fit into the number 5. In that document, from the issue from the government, I would say that that is the highest level of the document from the government. They specifically say that we need to spend money and we need to own the core technology in quantum computation and in quantum communication. And then after that, the Ministry of the Science and Technology, they issue a list of 11 strategic technology in AI, in semiconductor, in rare earths, in cybersecurity. And as you can see here, quantum computing is on the is number 2nd from the list. So we are building up program. There is a quantum national initiative is currently under. We are preparing for that, and I hope that we're gonna be able to launch that thing soon. So this thing is really exciting, but this thing is very new. It's only like this year, and I hope that we're gonna be able to develop quantum technology out of this program. Of course, we are in this region, so we have a lot of challenges and we have a lot of opportunity. I think that we're gonna share the similar challenge because we do not have a lot of talents. There's a lot of Vietnamese researchers working abroad, but they do not really return to the country. There's a big research gap in the technology. For example, we do not have any cryostat. We do not have any single photon detector or single photon source, that kind of thing. And in terms of ecosystem, we really do not have much in terms of the ecosystem. But then the opportunity, we also have a lot of opportunities. For example, the national security is one big pressure put a lot of pressure on the government because we do not want to leak our information to the outside world. But another thing that I look when I look at this is that I think that the whole quantum technology is going through a phase transition. We are transitioning from DSQ to FTQC. So Southeast Asia country like us can take this opportunity and do the shortcut. I mean, we can just learn the DSQ technology. We do not need to pay the price for the last 20 years when people developing DSQ, right? And then we just catch the thing up and then we jump right into FTQC because everybody is now focused on FTQC. And I think that's a good time for us to enter the business right here. Okay. So, in terms of ecosystem, I just want to list a few of the name here. We have Research Institute. My institutes, the VNU, the Vietnam National University in Hanoi, I would say is among the leading institutions in terms of academic research. I myself is an academic researcher. And there's also other universities, for example, Zhitan University, Tôn Đức Thắng University, and many other universities that have quite a lot of researchers. We also have an Academy of Science and Technology where we have Institute of Physics, Institute of Chemistry, of Informatic Science. And then in terms of corporation, we also have a few corporations who are really interested in developing science technology. Some renowned names could be like the Viettel, the CMC, MK Group, the Vin Group. They spend a lot of money on science and technology, and especially on quantum technology. In the last few months, I myself is a consultant for many of these companies. They want to develop quantum technologies. They want to spend money on that. So I think that is a very good sign. Okay, this is the last slide. This year, as it's 100 years of quantum, as announced by the UNESCO, and frankly, I myself, I don't know why we have that much of event in Vietnam. So on April 14, the Quantum Day, we organized a school on quantum computation. And I like that school very much because in that school, we didn't teach anything. Like we didn't teach physics, we didn't teach computation. The only thing that we teach is that we teach Grover. And the point is that after 2 days of lecture, people managed to program Grover. And that is the only KPI that we ask from the student. So after that, I think that we have a lot of positive feedback from the student. And as you can see, we have a long list of events. Just in October this year, we have 4 conferences in quantum physics. So I would love to invite you guys to pay attention to that and go to Vietnam to attend our conference. Really, like 4 conferences in a month is really a lot for me. I myself never see that before. And I'm also chair of one of the conference there. So I hope that we can, some of you can come to Vietnam, and similar to that, you have come here to Philippines. And with that, I would like to conclude the talk. Thank you very much.
Hello. All right, so thank you very much, Dr. Hung, for your informative and forward-looking presentation. So now I am opening the floor for the audience for the question to Dr. Hung. Anyone? Okay.
I just want to really confirm what you said earlier because it was really such a catching information. You said you have 5 times the money now in Vietnam for science. That's amazing. I mean,
Yes.
and that's part of the R&D investment of the Vietnamese government.
Yes.
I don't know if this is classified information, but may I ask what really is the clincher for that push to increase your budget to 5 times? Is your president a scientist or something like that? I mean, give us the secret sauce for pushing that type of strategic intervention, because I'm really sad to see that one of your shortages is one of your challenges is a shortage of talent. In the Philippines, we don't have that so many, but the strategic intervention of a mainstream institutionalized government support and a stream of funding, especially for R&D, is not present. So I wanna hear some tips from you.
Well, thank you. Actually, I think that we Vietnamese are also shocked about the reform of the government. I also don't fully understand why the government have changed so much. I mean, the reform, it should take like 10 years or something, right? It happened in a month or something. And they issue like a change of resolution in science technology, in business sector, and many things like that. And they are all like really like a different vision from the government, a different, like they change a lot. And it's still the same money. So before they spend on infrastructure, they spend on other things, on business, but now they decide that, but anyway, 0.5% is not a lot, right? It's written by law, it's like 2% of the GDP, but the government never do that previously, right? They spend money on other things and they always have excuse for that. And now the head of the state said that no more excuse. You have to spend at least 3% this year. So I don't know. I hope that they're going to be able to do that.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Hung. Another question from the crowd?
So, I guess we have something similar with Vietnam and the Philippines in that Vietnam is a very long country. But the difference with the Philippines is that we're an archipelago separated by lots of the bodies of water. So, do you have any advice to the Philippines? So, how can we connect talent from all the different cities because it's very spread out across the three main land masses?
It's a very hard question. I'm sorry. I don't know. I think that maybe if you look at Thailand's case, if you look at Vietnam's case and Malaysia's, I think that we are all similar in one way or the other. And I think that there is a currently there is a pressure between countries in Southeast Asia that we are all trying very hard to develop our own quantum technology. So maybe that's another thing that the Philippines should take into action, because like Thailand is moving very fast. Vietnam, I hope that we also moving fast. So maybe I don't know.
Thank you.
All right, so once again, let's give a warm of applause to Dr. Hu.